But now to our top story tonight, demanding a state-led investigation. It comes nearly 3 years since that mass shooting at Oxford High School. Thank you for joining us today at 5. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Mike Duffy. It has been years of heartbreak, healing, and hope for a safer future for all adults and students. That message was on display today, where parents of victims say that they're still in the dark and won't stop until they get answers.
There have been investigations into what exactly went wrong leading up to and on November 30th, 2021. But until now, the state of Michigan has not led any one of them.
Of course, our work on that day and every day since is all in the memory of Hannah St. Juliana, Tate Meir, Madison Baldwin, and Justin Schilling. 4 young people we think of today and every day.
7 News Detroit reporter Whitney Burney is speaking to the victims' loved ones and Michigan's Attorney General, who explains why her office has yet to begin an investigation of their own.
In a room full of supporters.
Today is a call to action to drive change. There is an epidemic killing our children.
The parents of Oxford High School shooting victims are once again demanding answers in the 2021 tragedy.
Living in with all these questions in your mind and not being able to, move to the next chapter, it's really grueling to try and fathom why we can't get to the bottom of something.
Following an independent investigation where many officials and witnesses refused to cooperate, parents are asking for the state attorney general to launch an investigation with subpoena power. The effort supported by the Oakland County Sheriff and prosecutor Karen McDonald, who have conducted thorough investigations of their own.
We want the full truth to come out. I mean, I know that we kind of sound like a broken record, but how do we know what to change if we don't do a legit investigation?
So we offered immediately to help the Oakland County Sheriff's Department in their investigation. They declined. The sheriff flat out refused, said absolutely not. I asked the Oakland County prosecutor if they, desired or were interested in our help. I offered it over and over and over again. Each time, the Oakland County prosecutor refused.
Attorney General Dana Nessel says her office will not supersede local criminal investigations without a formal request, which to this day she has not received. She also says she has no more power than local authorities to force testimony.
We don't have some specific statute on the books that allows us to have civil authority to launch a civil investigation. We just have the criminal authority to Sheriff Bouchard. If there are additional things that you think need to be investigated, and specifically I'm talking about any crimes committed by members of the school board or the administration or staff at Oxford High School, why didn't you investigate it?
Victims' parents still pushing for a state investigation because they say without changes is not a matter of if there will be another school shooting, but when.
If you look at the data shows that kids aren't feeling good about themselves. So if we haven't learned from this last tragedy, how can we prevent the next one?
Attorney General Dana Nessel says if she receives a formal request to open an investigation, her office is prepared to do so. It's unclear, though, how long that will take or if it's in the works. Reporting here in Oxford, Whitney Burney, 7 News Detroit.
Whitney, thank you. And let us rewind for a moment. The former superintendent of Oxford schools was first called for an investigation. That was from a third party, and that was 4 days after the shooting. In July following year, the Board of Education commissioned an independent investigation.
That was through Guidepost Solutions. Their findings released more than a year after that. This renewed push for a state-led investigation coming as no surprise as we continue to follow this story closely every single step of the way.